He was born Prince Rogers Nelson, but to music fans around the world, he was known simply as Prince. Today, the music industry, fans, even the president are remembering this one-of-a-kind talent who was found dead at his Minnesota estate this morning. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm David Ono.
And I'm Ellen Leva. This is Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. President Obama called Prince one of the most gifted and prolific musicians of our time. The Grammy winner was found unresponsive in an elevator at his suburban Minneapolis compound and pronounced dead a short time later. Late this afternoon, we learned the elevator where he was found is how he gets to where he lives in the complex, and he had been dropped off by his bodyguard. Investigators say staff at the complex reported Prince was seen by a doctor yesterday in connection with an illness. He was just 57 years old.
And we have live team coverage of the death of this music legend.
First at 4, entertainment reporter George Pennacchio is here with a look back at Prince's iconic career.
Ellen, David, Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, Raspberry Beret, Little Red Corvette. The list of unforgettable Prince songs is as varied as it is long. Prince's music was groundbreaking, and it touched on every genre. He'll be remembered as one of the most inventive musicians of his generation. Whether playing to an audience of millions at the Super Bowl in 2007 or to an intimate crowd at a record release party at West Hollywood's Tower Records, Prince was always a showman. Police in Minnesota were called to a medical emergency at Prince's Paisley Park estate this morning. Medical personnel tried CPR, but they couldn't revive the entertainer. No details were given as to the cause of death, but an investigation is now underway.
I learned early on this was what I wanted to do, maybe about 12 years old. I knew that this is what I'd want to do the rest of my life.
He picked up the piano at 7, learned guitar when he was 13, and tackled the drums a year later. He was 20 when his first album, For You, came out in 1978. A year later, his album Prince went platinum. His next 3 records were hits too, including 1999. When Prince made his film debut in Purple Rain, the album of the same name served as the soundtrack. For this, he won an Oscar.
I could have never imagined this in my wildest dreams.
In the 1980s, Prince wrote and produced songs for many other artists, often using fake names to do it. He was protective of his work, and he battled his record company over control of his material and his name. That's why for several years he changed his name to a symbol and insisted he be called the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. His dedication reads, "He rewrote the rule book." Prince made dance music that rocked and rock music that had a bristling, funky backbone. From the beginning, Prince and his music were androgynous, sly, sexy, and provocative. Prince earned 7 Grammy Awards during his career, and his music lives on. The album, The Very Best of Prince, is the top album on iTunes, with the Purple Rain track gaining on it. And he's taken over the top 3 slots on the top songs list. Also making news is that he had announced he was going to do his memoirs, and we don't know the status of those memoirs, how far he'd gotten.
All right.
That was going to be fascinating to read.
All right, George, thank you.